Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S back again with part 2 of this video. Hope everyone's well as ever, and I won't lose my words. But when I came up with this idea for recreating the East India Company for the benefit of India, back then I was quite interested in running my own business and making lots of money for myself as well. So I wanted to create this group I called the M.K.S United Group after my initials, which was for olive-skinned, what I call pot olive-skinned, mixed race and learning disabled people. And I wanted us to have half of the profits of the company. But now the idea has changed so that because I want to be a philanthropist rather than an entrepreneur, and I could probably try and be both, but I wish to give my money away and just live off a limited amount of money, live a frugal life, but also have fun in terms of helping other people. So I wish for pretty much all the profits to go to India or people living in India, including my fellow Anglo-Indians, dyslexic people, Dalits, the poor, disabled, minorities, and so on and so forth. Anywho, I don't want the video to be too long, so I'll try and get on with the list, and hopefully I can entertain you. But yeah, so the amount of money I'd like to live on nowadays is basically, here in the UK, there's a certain amount of money you can live on before you have to pay any taxes. So that's as a protest to how money is spent on wars and things like that from tax. So because of that, I only wish to earn enough before I have to pay tax, if you know what I mean. So I hope that makes sense. So if the government says you can earn up to 15k, and then after that you have to pay tax, I'd only keep that amount as a protest, as I say, because I don't like the way money is used for war. I know I still have to pay VAT and other things that go towards war, but I like to pay as little as possible that goes towards war and things like that, or imperialism. Anyway, getting on with this list, because again, I don't want the video to be too long or too waffle, but I hope I can make it as interesting as possible. So number 11, I dream to support, as I said before, all possible Asian or Indian and Asian generally projects, such as Indian and Asian YouTubers, tourism and so forth. Possibly do reaction videos of Indian YouTubers. If you're of Asian descent generally, please share your YouTube channels or any projects you do, whether you live in Asia or not. I welcome them and all the comments and all that. But yeah, sport. I also wish to celebrate Indian projects such as inventions, Make in India, things that are made in India, products, projects, ideas, and things like that to do with India, everything to do with India, and Asia generally as well, and improving relations between India, as I said before, and the rest of Asia, and especially between China and India and what they can learn from each other, as everyone needs good neighbours and things like that. So I hope to improve those relations and also hear from people from India what they would change about their country, and again across Asia as well, and how to improve tourism and work together on ideas to tackle terrorism or threats like that, and tackle global warming and things like Asian scientists working together to tackle diseases like the coronavirus and things like that as well. Number 12, again, I hope to hear from Indians what makes them proud to be Indian. Again, the rest of Asians as well, but particularly Indians. And again, Indian YouTube channels, projects, entrepreneurs, youngpreneurs, youth entrepreneurship in Asia, and especially in India, and things like that. And how we can tackle poverty and help thousands, if not, I think millions of homeless people, and how we can help build homes, shelter, and things like that, and support water aid, and food programs and all sorts of things to provide subsidised food for the poor and things like that. Number 13, I also hope to be honest and cover some of the negative things about India. So to cover both sides of the argument, though I do wish to support India, but to be honest about some of the negative things as well, such as poverty, the caste system, and many things like that. 14, I hope to celebrate Indian YouTube channels, and including ones about India, by Carolina Goswami, who I've talked before about, from India in Detail. So please check out her channel as well. I think that's really good, and it has some great information about India, and that sort of thing. 15, one of my dreams is that when you see like on YouTube like popular in India or popular videos in India, I'd love for Indians to watch positive and motivational videos, such as just positive and motivational videos, which will hopefully inspire them in the future. So I hope that will be the sort of thing that will be trending in India, so that we can encourage and promote projects and entrepreneurship and architecture and all sorts of things. And maybe a lot of those videos could be from Indians themselves. So I hope to celebrate those sorts of videos. 16, I hope to look into all possible ways to help India to grow and improve and again tackle poverty, illnesses, diseases, and other negative things which might plague the nation, the country or nation, whatever you call it, and how it can again improve relations with the rest of the world, especially other Asian nations and neighbours. And I've talked before about projects like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Singapore, and countries and nations like that working together, especially with large Eurasian populations, which they can have in common, and perhaps the Eurasian populations from those nations especially work together, and also, and that makes a sort of acronym like my initials are M.K.S, but that's like M.I.I.S. So, and also a Chindia network between China and India and things like that. So I'd love to make lots of networks like that, but this corporation which I'd love to create, I dream for it to benefit India in all possible ways, and look at how India can improve relations and how it can benefit as much as possible and increase growth and take on any challenges or threats or things like that. 17, I hope to celebrate Indian success stories, imagination and creative stories, art, poetry, and all sorts of great things that have come from India over history, and again the rest of Asia as well, but in particular India, and what sort of organisations, what sort of networks India is a part of, and who are the allies of India, and celebrate those allies and encourage more people to become allies of India and that kind of thing. 18, hope for people to list positive things they think about India, like say for instance they're hardworking, the Indian diaspora, how we pronounce it, around the world is really hardworking and driven and great entrepreneurs, scientists, doctors, mechanics, engineers, and all sorts of great things. And how scientists, engineers, and mathematicians can really benefit India, and to train girls to be empowered as well and tackle some of the problems facing India, and again homelessness and the Dalits and people like that, and my fellow dyslexics as well, and people with ADHD and other neurodiverse people, disabled people generally, and how India can host events perhaps and that kind of thing. And so I lost my train of thought. I think I was thinking of an idea, but I forgot. So just general positive thinking for people in India to learn positive affirmations and to teach some of the poorer people about English so they can trade around the world and improve their lives and come out of poverty and things like that. I think that was the point I made. Number 19, I hope that India will train African countries in terms of software, again spreading I.I.T., the Indian Institute of Technology, especially in countries like South Africa, which have historical links during Independence Day struggles and things like that, and also Central Africa, and how to encourage peace and support them in technology. And 20, again, in software and technology generally, where they could train Africans in return for support for this company, to set up this company, for instance, and things like that. And in return, they buy from Indian projects and Indian businesses and things like that. But again, Indians around the world could, and as well as other Asians, could mentor Africans in technology, especially in Africa itself. As ever, I'd love to know what you think about this video. How do you think I did? What sort of ideas do you have, or what sort of things do you think could improve India? Or please share any links about Indian projects, businesses, business people, success stories, or again, what makes you proud to be Indian, or again, other parts of Asia as well. I think that covers everything. Peace and love.